The Perfect Grade Unleashed RX-78-2. This is my first Perfect Grade kit, and I really wanted to take it slow and really experience the different parts of this build. I made this an out-of-the-box build and only did some minor detailing work. I added panel liner, some aftermarket waterslide decals, I painted the pilot figures, and applied a matte top coat. As I was building, I was really amazed by the amount of detail in each step of the building process. The inner frame was very detailed, and the armor attachments added even more intricacy as I went along. Bandai added some parts that they don't normally add to their kits, such as photo etched parts, and they added a very subtle detail. As I've not used photo etched parts before, the process that are using them for future projects. They also included metal thruster bells and Vulcan cannons, and that added a nice touch of detail. One of the disappointing parts about the PG Unleashed is that it only comes with sticker style decals. Considering the cost of this kit and the Unleashed in the title, I would have expected it to come with waterslide decals. I opted to purchase some third-party decals, the G Rework decals. The G Rework decals don't perfectly match the decals that came with the PG Unleashed. There are some slight variations, and you can choose to match the original decal style, or you can go with the reworked look. For the most part, I preferred the reworked decal style, but there were a few places that I thought looked better on the original decal sheet, like on the feet. I think that the sticker style decals that came with the kit would have looked fine, but the waterslide decals really look a lot better, especially because once you put a matte top coat on top, you really can't even see the edges of the decals. I had read some complaints about the G Rework decals not working too well, but I really had no issues. My process for applying these decals was that I dipped the decal in water for about 10 seconds, and then I would set them on a paper towel while I applied a bit of Mr. Mark's setter. I would then slide the decal off of the backing sheet and onto the piece. The results speak for themselves, and I have had zero silvering. In some places I did apply Mr. Mark softer if the decal wrapped around an edge, but there really isn't much of that on this kit considering it's a Gundam with mostly sharp angles instead of rounded edges. The only painting I did was on the pilot figures. They are very small but very detailed. I was able to paint them using a very small triple aught brush, or number 000 brush, and they looked good enough for me. You won't see the pilot figures most of the time, so I have a hard time spending too much time painting them, and I only painted them for completion's sake. But overall, I'm happy with how they came out. Finally, I applied a matte clear coat and the metallic stickers and called this one done. Final thoughts. I really enjoyed the experience of building the PG Unleashed. There are several additions to this kit that are not typically included in a Gunpla kit, like the photo etched parts, the metal thruster bells, and the metal Vulcans. These all add to the building experience, and I really appreciated the addition. I really think the PG will stand out on a shelf. I was actually kind of surprised by the scale of the PG. I was expecting it to be bigger than a master grade or high grade, but I didn't realize exactly how big it would be compared to a master grade or a high grade, and it's quite substantial. Some of the negatives. I was a bit disappointed by the lack of water slide decals. I think it's kind of disingenuous to call this an unleashed kit when you are using sticker style decals. The lighting gimmicks are neat, but I don't think they work very well. The beam saber looks really good, but the glowing eyes, the chest, and the thrusters are all too subtle to be very noticeable. Maybe I can add custom lights as a future project. The cost of the Perfect Grade Unleashed is very expensive. For me, it was worth it as my first Perfect Grade, but I could have bought several Master Grade kits for the same price.